Back in 1953, a British author sat on his reclusive estate in Jamaica and published his first spy novel, Casino Royale. Now, almost 60 years later, and that book has become a movie twice, and has inspired a movie franchise that has lasted 50 years, 23 movies, and 6 actors, all from the mind of one man, Ian Fleming. Now, 50 years on from its first outing on the silver screen, James Bond returns in his latest mission, Skyfall. Slipping back into the suit is Daniel Craig as James Bond, while Dame Judi Dench also returns to the franchise as M. Yet added to the cast by director Sam Mendes is Javier Bardem as rogue spy Silva, Ralph Fiennes as government liaison Gareth Malloy, Naomie Harris as fellow MI6 agent Eve, Ben Whishaw as gadget master Q, and Bérénice Marlohe joins the ranks of the Bond girls, playing Séverine. Skyfall is set much like many of the previous iterations of Bond movies, somewhere along the lines of James Bond's career. Here, Bond is on the hunt for a drive that contains the names, aliases, and locations of every NATO agent embedded in terrorist organisations around the world. The drive is in possession of a gun for hire, but when the choice is presented to M to take a risky shot via the support agent Eve or let the drive go, the shot is taken, and Bond takes a bullet, falling to his presumed death, and so rolls the title credits. Now, 3 months on, and M is facing the political fallout of losing the drive, with her being summoned to a public hearing and a new government liaison, Malloy, being brought in to ease her transition into early retirement. However, when MI6 learns that the drive is being accessed, they attempt to locate the thief, only to discover that it's coming from inside their own HQ, which in turn explodes. The attack on MI6 triggers the curiosity of the supposedly dead 007 to return to London to seek out what is going on and who is behind this all. Once back on the active duty roster, the movie sets off on a whirlwind tour around the world, to China, to secret island bases, and back to London, in the pursuit of the ex-UK government asset Silva, who is out for vengeance on his former section chief M. Describing any more of the plot and the twists and turns that unfold would be given away, as this is, after all, a spy thriller movie. But enough of my describing. The key thing you're here for is this movie worth the ice that it's served over? Yes, 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 1,000 times yes! The Daniel Craig era of playing James Bond is a cinema legend in the making. He has brought new life to a role that was almost killed off multiple times, with the cliche-ridden horror that was Die Another Day, or the threatened closure of MGM Studios. Casino Royale was said to be one of the best Bond movies, and while Quantum of Solace adds something new to the Bond franchise with a direct sequel, Skyfall is truly something to behold. Mendes manages to bring a whole new 21st century feel to the franchise that was already there. The action sequences are brutal yet elegant in their choreography. The dialogue, while a little too mistimed with the jokes at points, is well written for each of the characters. The camera and sound work added to the movie ensure that a truly immersive experience is felt by the audience. But the biggest string that Mendes adds to the bow is the fact he is able to subtly acknowledge the franchise's history without blundering into it, such as the little nod to the Aston Martin DB5 with ejector seat and machine guns in the headlights. Everything about this movie glows with a new yet old vibe. This is none more so than Javier Bardem's character Silva. Bardem pulls off the kind of crazy you would expect in a movie, but he learns from newer Bond movies and grounds the villain in a reality, giving this a sense of spy versus spy, or Bond 2.0 versus Bond 1.0. Yet, there are a few minor cracks in this movie, mainly around the scene where dialogue feels inappropriate, like miscued one-liners. Yet, this is not the only crack within the movie, with the pacing sometimes a little slow, or plot points just not clicking, all of which are minor gripes. But is there truly a perfect movie out there? This is, in my own opinion, and what appears to be the general reviewer population's view, the best James Bond movie that has been made to date. And I pity the poor soul who has to direct Bond 24, due sometime in 2014. While I'm slightly biased having seen all of the Bond movies at least once, and being a James Bond fan, this does leave me with a burning question. What do people who have not enjoyed Bond movies previously think of this movie? Thanks for watching. Please remember to leave a comment, share and feedback your ideas for future shows to me over Twitter, at Dr Dogbert, or in the comments section below. Oh, and one more thing. The name's Dr Dogbert. Sorry, I couldn't resist that one.